Good evening.
He's in the doors.
On the agenda tonight, we have the approval of the minutes and correspondence of any of the ZBA accounts report. Other business at 7:30 or thereabouts, approval of the Erisbound decision. And we have a new public hearing at 7:45 at Jenkins at 58 Pleasant Street for conversion of a single-family home to a two-family dwelling. And at 8, we have Mr. DeCoulis from Marion Way, and we already know he is not coming tonight. And then we have at 8 p.m. Mr. Linehan from 244 Halo Street for a discussion on that property. So,
Gee, too cool, this isn't home.
so you all had a chance to read the minutes?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any additions or corrections?
I don't.
I do not.
Lisa, you did a good job.
I can chalk that one
Okay, here are no additions or corrections to them. Do I get a motion to accept the minutes as printed?
So moved.
up. Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 We have,
This one, eh?
You got any correspondence? You got any correspondence? No?
okay, we have,
What? Yeah, that's the hairdresser place. My wife's closed there before. Yes, a long time ago. But he's running a business.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
are you guys interested in where we are here
Yep.
yeah.
on the accounts? I've asked Lisa to give us a rundown of our resources at our regular meetings, so that you all know what money's being spent. Okay, so we have $6,500 in the revolving fund, and the consultant's revolving fund, $5,200. Expense account, $1,333, and payroll account of $5,130. This takes us up to end of June.
July 1st, right?
So this is, and we have $53 in petty cash.
Now, my understanding, Mr. Chairman,
Questions?
consultants revolving account, that's essentially the funds on behalf of Marion Way. Is that what makes up that? Is that your
The
understanding?
consultant revolving is, yes,
That's where those funds are from, essentially, right?
5,000 of it belongs to
Everyone.
Marion Way.
Marion Way, okay. And the app filing fees, that's just a revolving account of fees we have collected?
Yes.
Right, and the fees for advertising,
Et cetera, derived from here.
comes out of that.
Okay. And the 1333 is essentially our budget account, our town budget
Right, that's a good budget, that's what's left of our budget.
of 1,500.
Yeah,
Right.
thereabouts, yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
And she's got here an itemized list of
Very nice. Good for you.
That's just this fiscal year.
Yeah.
I have input back to 2010, but I only printed out this fiscal year.
That's fine.
Okay, good. Okay,
Wouldn't miss it.
Good.
this is
Okay, next is Aaron's decision.
okay, that's the case we're gonna do tonight. Right. Where's the letter from the Coolers?
Last page.
Last page. Okay. Now let's vote on this and.
When is this gonna start? Is he running out of paper, isn't he?
We have a letter from Mr. DeCoulis, sent the other day. Dear zoning board of appeals members, kindly continue the public hearing for Marion Way project to the February 21st, 2013 meeting. I have been sick with a severe cold, but will plan to send the stormwater design and plans to the Raleigh Conservation Commission this week for technical review. Upon receipt, I will send a copy of the review to your office. Very truly yours, John J. DeCoulis. Okay, do I have a motion to accept the continuation of this?
Will that be one copy or 5 copies?
I think he agreed to send multiple copies.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
Prior
not
months.
one.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
I-
that's good
We
to know
accept his
that,
letter.
good to know that he's gonna doing something for conservation.
And don't count on it.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay, so do I hear a motion to accept his letter of continuance
Nice.
to February 21st, 2015?
I move, so move.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion made and seconded to continue Marion Way project till February. Okay, You got the plans that I asked for?
Yes, I do. The only thing is I guess, which set do you want? I got 2 different sets here.
One that counts.
And which one is
I
that?
don't know. Haven't seen either one yet.
Describe the two different ones.
7 and 9,
Oh, 7.
the 7. All right. There you go.
The 9 that was discussed briefly at the November meeting was a reference from a proposed bylaw change that did not in fact occur.
Okay.
It was in fact
The
700.
only thing I ask is consider the location of the, this whole project and where the house is and what they've got to do and how they got to live. You know, it's kind of,
I'd love to give you 2,000, but all we can give you is what we're allowed to
okay,
give
just
you.
checking.
Did
you vote on
No,
900?
I'm just-
Did you vote on 900 the last time?
No, there was some discussion in the November meeting around whether or not the allowed amount was 900 or 700 as a result of recently approved bylaws last April.
Is 10 enough?
But in fact, and one of us had a proposal which had said 900, but that's not what was approved. What was approved was a 700, which is what some of us believed was in fact the case, and we had some confusion, so we researched it. And we'd be happy to give you more, but we're bound by what the actual bylaw is. So we're at, we've approved it at 700, so you can work with that, which seemed to be essentially removing from what you said last time, Mr. Moore, the desire to incorporate some of the common area as
That's right.
part of the building. So that's, didn't seem like that was a critical area in the project. It'd be nice to have, I'm sure,
Yeah, I mean, it's a.
but it's not a formal part of the.
Yeah, that was my
Okay.
fault. I was reading from a proposal and I thought it was an extra insert to put in, but it wasn't.
Good.
Okay. All right. We have a draft of a decision. Of which I will read this now. Thanks. Decision of the Raleigh zoning board of appeals on the protective zoning bylaw upon petition of Laura Harris dated 10/12/2012 for a special permit on a property located at 21 Redgate Road to construct an in-law apartment in an existing conforming structure. Public hearing was held at the Raleigh Town Hall Annex Center School on November 19, 2012. Members acting on this case are Donald W. Thurston, Chairman, Philip Cressy, Member, David Levesque, Member, Nathaniel Dummer, Member, and Thomas W. Hygert, Clerk. Pursuant to public notice originally in the Town Common, a newspaper in general circulation in the town of Raleigh published on the 5th day of November 2012 and on the 12th day of November 2012, and by mail sent postage prepaid to all parties in interest as defined in Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 48, Section 11, and as such list of parties was certified by the town assessors in accordance therewith. And to the town clerk, the planning board, board of selectmen, and the building inspector, and by being posted in a conspicuous place in the Raleigh Town Hall for not less than 14 days. The land is located in a residential district and is shown in Assessors Map 30, Lot 3. The deed is recorded in the Essex Registry of Deeds, book number 27,783, on page 257. The applicant is requesting a special permit under section 6.6 of the Raleigh zoning bylaws, which states with regard to the creation of an in-law apartment, and that the board may issue a special permit authorizing an accessory in-law apartment within or as an attached addition to a single-family dwelling, subject to the conditions and requirements specified in this section. Further, subject to section 6.6.2, any special permit issued under the section shall be consistent with the intent of this section, while maintaining the appearance and character of the town's single-family neighborhoods. The intent of this section is not to create new rental units in town or to provide owners of single-family dwellings with the opportunity to own rental income. The chairman opened the public hearing in due form and determined there was no conflict of interest by him or any other member. Preliminary case material. At the public hearing on the 19th of November 2012 at approximately 7:15 p.m. The chairman then read the application into the record. The applicant, Laura Harris, was present at the hearing and was her builder contractor for the proposed project, Barry Moore. The certified abutters list was reviewed and accepted, and the presence of a signed and certified permit license clearance form from the town of Raleigh was also submitted and accepted. No abutters were present at the hearing after an inquiry from the chairman. The board also received a copy of a plot plan of the existing lot showing the placement of this current single-family home on the site. Mr. Moore then presented a review of the project on behalf of the applicant. The proposal involves converting an unfinished basement into a one-bedroom apartment with kitchen facilities. Mr. Moore provided the board with a hand-drawn plan with all dimensional parameters showing placement of walls, fixtures, and related utility connections. There are currently two means of egress in the basement, The proposed size of the apartment is less than 700 square feet maximum allowed under the current Raleigh zoning bylaws. After requesting any other hearing testimony from other abutters or interested parties, of which there were none, and a review of all pertinent data was completed, the board determined that there was sufficient grounds for it to grant a special permit as requested. Based on the above, the board voted to direct the clerk to prepare a decision declaring the approval of the special permit as requested to convert the basement as proposed at 21 Redgate Road under section 6.6.2 of the board's, for the board's signature. The board, after conducting a thorough review of the application and the proposed conversion of the basement to an in-law apartment to be built in the existing residential structure site on the site, and considering the applicant's desire to maintain the character of the site, maintain the integrity of the structure, finds the application in its current configuration to be consistent with the intent of section 6.6.2 of the Raleigh zoning bylaws, and agreed to issue a special permit to construct the proposed in-law apartment as requested on site plans provided in the original application and shown in the accompanying plot plan dated 12/23/09. Therefore, the board unanimously voted to approve a special permit as requested under section 6.6.2 to be granted subject to the following conditions. The final building plan showing the precise dimensions and location of proposed and construction must be approved by the building inspector. The applicant shall obtain and submit to the zoning board of appeals a letter from the inspector as proof of the final plan's approval. Any changes to the plans supplied with this application resulting from the above reviews and approval must be brought before the zoning board of appeals for review and approval prior to filing the plan at the registry of deeds. A final approved copy of the plans must be submitted to the fire department to determine if all / any additional proposed alarms are to code. Any subsequent change to the plan must be submitted to the zoning board of appeals for approval. Failure to comply to the provisions of this decision at any time shall be reasonable grounds for the building inspector to order operation for the construction of this site to cease. That's it, Tom, right?
That's it?
I have a correction.
I have one correct, I have.
Okay.
The land, it says the land is located in the residential district. It is the outlying district, because the residential district applies to multifamily.
Okay. Okay, that has to be changed.
That should be outlined.
Okay. Okay, so that's here. Anything else left?
Nope.
Okay, on page 3, the only other correction I have is a redundant word.
Right.
Is where?
Page 3,
Yeah.
third line down, it says structure site on the site.
Third line.
Third line, beginning on the left side, says structure site on the site. The first word, site, should be removed.
Where are you?
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
On page 3,
Page
Second
3.
Okay.
Okay.
Toward the
Okay.
right.
Okay, for us, it's the second line.
it's the second one. Oh, I'm sorry, you're looking at a different version. Yeah, where it
Words.
says the existing residential structure site
Yeah.
on the site,
Yeah.
it should just say existing residential structure on the site.
Okay.
The word site after, directly
Needs
after the
to
word
be
structure is
removed.
duplicate, right? Is she quiet? Did you catch it? Did you correct that? Did you? Oh, I'm reading my copy.
No, I'm fine.
I'm
It's on this copy here.
Is it correct on that copy?
No,
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 no.
Residential district. Is that it? Anything else?
No, I don't have anything else.
No further additions? No corrections?
Nope.
Okay, do you want to vote this?
Sure.
Okay, do we have a motion to accept the decision as read and amended?
I'll make a motion to accept the Harris decision as read and corrected, case number A12-10.
Second?
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Lisa, you have this on the computer, right? Would you go upstairs and make the corrections so that we can sign it?
okay.
Just need to make one copy.
Hmm?
You want a copy of it?
No, that's okay.
We'll get this signed tonight and get it registered with the town clerk. Lisa will register it on, what day is that, Thursday, Monday?
It's Thursday. You
Monday's
get-
a holiday.
have to
Monday's
get,
a holiday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Martin Luther King Day, Tuesday.
can you get it there Friday?
I don't know if she can get it there, I don't know if she's there. Do you
Friday,
need to
she's,
do?
town clerk is there Friday morning.
Yeah,
And if she's there till noon time.
Friday, Monday, Tuesday, don't matter.
it doesn't make a difference?
No.
Tuesday's fine then. We'll get it there Tuesday for you.
Well, it said, I think it was said last hearing that it was no, you weren't gonna do anything till spring anyway.
Well, I mean, if it's Monday, Tuesday, it ain't gonna make a difference.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, all right.
Does he need a copy before he goes?
We need a copy before we go?
No.
No, you don't need a copy.
Not until it's filed with the town clerk.
You'll be able to get one from the town clerk
All right.
as soon as it's there.
Okay, take a...
What do we got? 7:30? Few minutes.
few minutes.
Okay.
We're gonna take a recess for a few minutes.
here it is. Page 20.
No. Okay. Lisa's made the corrections, so, I'm gonna pass this along, but you guys sign it.
Alone and occupied.
Yes, you got a blank pen. Oh, I don't know whether it's black or what it is.
Sign mine.
Sure.
At least one of the occupants of the principal dwelling and one of the occupants of the apartment must be related by blood or marriage. That's as specific as I get.
Really?
Yeah. That's
That doesn't
thin,
have it.
thin blood down, I suppose, if you need to.
Where? Oh,
Todd's that could be about 12 generated.
Right. Or forward. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Takes care of that.
I think this is in San Diego. Big color.
You see it down here?
Just grab it.
Right, 6634, read down.
You know what to do with that now?
6634.
No, I know, it has
Is that what it is?
to take to the town hall.
Shall be limited to maximum two persons, at least one of the occupants of the
All right.
principal.
No, I believe it is.
And one of the occupants of the
That's
Well,
what.
the decision is to be
Always
on
ready.
the stamp.
And it
Another
is,
service.
and you know,
Separate vigil.
It's part of it.
It's part, just, it's part of it.
Custom service.
Okay.
no,
So, when they,
no,
when
we already
they,
have this. She's engaged,
Top cornered out.
I'm not sure.
but it's not,
I'm not sure
law,
what
it's not.
Secret Service
Okay.
and everything else.
Whether she took, whether she took two copies down
This guy,
and
just,
had them both stamped,
no.
and then came back and you
But
made
calm down,
copies
good
to send
for
out
him.
to the deputy.
I don't just necessarily
Whatever.
place.
I don't think, I don't believe she made, I believe
Place
what
comment
June
last
did,
4 months.
she simply
March.
submitted the copy, so it got stamped. She made copies of the stamp,
Ukrainian
she
spring.
made copies. She asked Sue to make copies of the stamped copy, so we have a stamped copy for our file. And then she notified abutters that a stamped certified copy was in the office for
Oh,
viewing.
okay.
So she didn't bother to send out, she just told them that here was approval decision, it happened if you want to see it.
But she had,
Yeah.
she had two decisions to,
Mhm.
That's what I learned.
No, she just took one and registered with the clerk's office, the one that got stamped. And then we just got everything else was a copy after that we have.
okay, so she just made a copy of
Right, we just make copies, this is what I did the last time, we just make copies, as long as we have a stamped copy, the clerk's office has their copy.
it. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
It exists, I mean, that's the de facto
Okay.
copy.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right, you can do that. Well,
You just have to notify the abutters, two of the
you
abutters
can
of
do
the
that
state.
Tuesday,
Okay.
because Monday's holiday. Isn't it?
I don't come in Monday.
It's a holiday unless you want.
No, I wouldn't, it's some holidays.
It's too
No,
late
no,
now.
it's a Fed holiday. Martin
Read
Luther
that.
King.
Okay.
I mean, you can come in, but nobody else can.
This is on,
In a
here.
private world, everybody's
This is
working,
the,
I know.
you know?
No, some holidays, some,
No, I know, they're fun
this is on,
holidays. Columbus
on
Day.
accessory and law.
Some places take it off,
Yeah.
some don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
read that, which is part of it. That is not the case.
Of what?
That is not, there is no blood or parent relationship.
He's saying they're not married.
In other words, she says she was engaged. Remember I called you?
Oh. Okay.
We didn't make any official inquiry.
Okay. Okay, no. Okay, Ron,
Now, is that guy, the guy that's...
we only have 4 members tonight.
Hmm.
Pass this requires a 4 yes votes. Now, if you wanna hold off until we have 4, we have 12. We have 5 people here, we can do so.
It's like a
It is an iffy situation. It isn't cut and dry. In my mind, anyway. And I've got to do some checking to make sure that if I had to vote on it tonight, I think I would have to say no. All right, so I think it would be best if, where we don't have full members, that we continue this to next month.
okay. Could I ask you why?
Hmm?
Could I ask you why?
I'm a little confused as to what the bylaw says.
What's this?
It says here,
Huh?
and I thought this was taken out, but it says here under 631, section 6.3, is conversion of existing buildings. It says 631, a building in existence on May 1, 1981 may be converted into one or more dwelling units than it originally contained, subject to the criteria and conditions specified in this section. Provisions of this section do not apply to building conversions under sections 6.2 or 6.7. And you don't qualify under 6.2 or 6.7, so this does apply to you, I believe. And when was that house built?
72.
Your house was built in 72?
Okay, well then.
Okay, well, let's, okay, I don't have a problem then. I thought it was built later than that.
No, 72.
The addition was done.
Will you be able to, Mr. Chairman, can I suggest that the other, just so that you're aware of your options here, as to the chairman's point, with 4 versus 5, with only 4, as I think you made it clear, you have to have all our votes. There's room for the board to have internal disagreement and still approve a decision with 5 of us. With 4 of us, that can't happen. We all have to agree. In fairness to your understanding of how the board has typically worked, so that you're aware of it, typically the board has historically seldom had more than 1 member disagree. So from a timing point of view, moving forward, now with learning that the data that your structure is not an issue any longer, is more acute for you, I would say that wouldn't be significantly different if you did it today as opposed to waiting for a 5th member to appear. I should assume, see you move forward. Will you be able to provide some information to the board to certify that the house is built in there? You have something that shows that, some plans or something like that? Because we'll need some document, from the assessor's office, is it assessor's bill or something like that?
Should be in the assessor's record.
Is that where it be?
Census records, yeah.
Okay, because we'll need something of that. If we can just have that as part of the record to verify the house is built in, it removes any potential conflict with that bylaw.
So if I went on tonight, you would need that proof.
Yeah, if you say, I mean, we can review it, and if we make a decision tonight, we could make a contingent on receiving that information. So
Okay.
you don't have to have it with us, we'll accept your word for it now.
Now, if for any other reason I'm rejected, what happens then? Do I have to wait X amount of time or the next, or that's it? It just,
No, the other guy, the restraint tree.
If we reject it,
No.
if you don't get 4 votes, you would have to wait 2 years.
2 years.
No, I don't.
Unless there's some conditions under which we reject it, which you could demonstrate to the board could be corrected, and then you could reapply with it corrected. For instance, some element of your design were, you know, either encroaching a setback, and there's something you said, oh, I didn't realize that, you know, I gotta change it. Okay, you know, that's something that we could continue here. But obviously, the chairman is right.
I'm giving you the option.
Yeah.
Now he's confused.
Right, I'm gonna wanna.
No, I'm just, I'm conservative. I think I'll wait. I think I might just wait.
It's your time. I mean, it's your time schedule. I mean, we're certainly here to help you move as quickly as possible.
After you're scared.
I know, I don't wanna scare you. I don't.
Well,
But, yeah, but if we have a vote and it's 3-1, then the vote has been made
yeah, right,
and there's no change in it
right.
So,
without a new public hearing,
Mhm.
all that stuff.
as I have reviewed your plan and everything else,
Yeah,
the only other concern is the location of the stairway, how close that is to the brook.
Could that stairway go back a little and just come straight down and stop at the end of the building, instead of going around?
I don't believe it
this
could,
on here,
because
this
it's,
new definition.
it's entering
Where
like
the lot
a
is.
living room, and there's a wall, it'd be entering into the bathroom.
Oh, could that couldn't stop right at the end of the last step? I think that's what they were referring to. Could that stairs come right here and stop there?
We don't,
Or is that up high and then comes around and down?
Yeah, it's like
That's way up.
5 steps to like another
Oh, okay.
5 steps, and then there's a deck here.
So you couldn't come straight down and stop right at this point, steps?
I don't know if I can, in my mind, I have, you know, you
That's
have to
something
take
you should
measurements and
look
stuff
at,
like
yeah.
that, but
Maybe look at that.
If
But
you-
that's what you're talking about, right? If he could stop that here,
Yeah, yeah.
instead of coming way out and around.
Yeah,
wrapping
because
around.
so that's the
But-
encroachment, right?
But that's,
Yeah.
Let's just see if we can go off.
it just doesn't,
Continue, go, picture this, come back next month.
okay, we're getting involved in this, and we shouldn't be.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So,
All right, that's, I'll come back next month.
we'll come back next month. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to just continue the public hearing?
Hmm?
Is that what we'll do?
Yeah, we're gonna continue.
Just continue.
Continue
Okay.
without prejudice.
listen,
Oh, well, I have an open hearing. Is this, yeah, okay, let's not open the hearing.
Yeah, okay.
I've got a question though on this.
Okay, we're not opening.
I've got a question on this plan.
We're not opening.
I know it's not an open hearing. But you were talking about it, but where are the lot lines for the property?
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna ask. I think it's a good question. I
This
think
does
we
not
see that.
show the lot lines for the property.
Okay.
least the sign, well, it does for one, looks
Well,
like
it
it
does,
shows one.
in one spot.
Well, it shows the lot line, but it doesn't give us accurate dimensions.
This one here.
This one here. Is it this it? Is this the one?
Yep, and this here.
And this here,
Right, it
Yeah.
goes all the way to the brook.
way to the brook and back.
Right.
Okay. Okay. But there are no dimensions for it, so, okay.
But he's still,
Well, he's way from the back anyway.
Yeah.
but if I read this correct, it looks like he's got this distance here is 9.6, which looks to be closer. Let's see, and he's got this 4 feet, so it still looks like this is real close to the side setback here. I mean, it might be right on the nose, but it's a little bit of a gamble here. Could be under.
Yeah, what's the dotted line represent?
Well, if we, okay, let's open this up for some discussion. We're not going to open the hearing. This is an informal discussion
Okay,
on this, to clarify some things in the application, which will be to Ron's benefit. All right.
Do we need to open the hearing to continue it?
we ought to open the hearing. We ought to open the hearing and then continue it.
And then can we have this discussion about the contents of the application with the applicant? Yeah, right?
Sure.
Sure, then I think that's what we need to do, yes. So we have to open it in order to continue it, and then while it's open, and after we've continued it, we can discuss with him what our concerns are here.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right, we'll do that.
Because that way you can come back, he can come back, and we cannot have another month go by and have him go.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing that, to me, you know, what you want to clarify is a little clarity that we need to have with them.
Okay. We have an extra pen I could borrow?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. We're gonna open up the hearing.
Ah, jeez,
Okay, we have an application from Ron Jenkins, 58 Pleasant Street, Raleigh, Mass. 00969. And he is the owner of the property. He's asking for a special permit under section 6.3.1.3 for the Raleigh Protective Zoning Bylaw. The lot is on Raleigh Assessors Map number 24, block 93, and is in the outlying district. And it is, the deed is recorded in Essex South Registry of Deeds at book number 9589, page 600. And there's a variance or special permit for zoning relief ever been requested for the premises.
yes, there has been,
There has been, so let's check
Right.
that off, yes.
yeah. Yeah, it has been because it was attached.
Describe the proposed work or use to change single-family into two-family dwelling. The reasons for the request are as follows. Required lot area less than 65,000 square feet. Okay,
But it doesn't say what the lot area is. Well, you picked that up on the plan. It doesn't say on the plan either.
okay, that's a question we need to ask.
Right.
Okay. License permit clearance form was signed off from the treasurer, water department, and Mr. Whiteboard. And the special permit was, we applied for building permit and from the building department, and special permit was sent to ZBA, required lot area less than 65,000 square feet. And under section 6.3.1.3. We have this butters list certified by the Board of Assessors. And we have a plot plan. Yeah, the assessors map. And we have the plan of the construction. And we also have a plan of, I'll tell you what's missing. Copy of the ad. I need the ad. Okay, public hearing was advertised in
Town Common.
Town Common. This case number 13-02. The public hearing will be held at the Town Hall Annex, 39 Central Street on Thursday, January 17th at 2013 at 7 p.m. to act on the application filed by Yvonne Jenkins, 58 Pleasant Street, Raleigh, Mass. Applicant is requesting a special permit under sections 6.3.1.3 from the Board of Appeals for changing a single family into a two-family dwelling located at 58 Pleasant Street, Raleigh, Mass. The properties in the outlying district are shown in Assessors Map 24, Lot 93. Interested parties are invited to attend the hearing and be heard in the matter relevant to the application. Copies of the application are on file with the Board of Appeals and may be reviewed at the ZBA office during posted business hours. And the public hearing members of the public may ask questions
That's why
and
I'm
present
wondering.
evidence of support either for approval or denial of this application. Donald W. Thurston, Chairman. And what were the dates these were advertised?
The 2nd and the 9th. January 2nd and January 9th.
January 2nd and January 9th.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I will note that this was they had to get permission from the zoning board to build a garage to begin with, right?
That is correct. And it was another bedroom, it was another bedroom.
Right. And that encroached on the 15-foot setback.
I understand.
Yes, it did. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like was part of the original decision. Well, at least it was acknowledged. It wasn't a special permit granted.
His wife not that.
Was this part of the original plans?
His name is.
Okay.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
Yeah. Okay, Ron. come tell us what you,
Highway.
in your words, what it is you're doing, and anything you want to point out to the plan for us.
Well,
I know, you're coming, the stairway is going to be closer to, the property line than the garages, but, we'll deal with that. I think we would like to have, as Nat pointed out, can you get the rest of your property on
yes,
one piece of paper?
when I went to your house, I gave you a plot plan that was stamped by the architect.
Right. You got it?
I gave it to you, you have it. When I was in your shop with you.
Oh, boy.
Uh-huh. So you're the guy I've been writing checks to.
Yes.
Now I can put a face to it.
Those wraparound stairs
Yeah.
is a real problem.
I don't know
I'm saying maybe
why.
I could just
I
have
don't know
a
why I
walkway.
would, I don't know why
I don't
would-
think so.
I don't know why I would have kept it.
Yeah, 'cause I
I
don't
remember
have
you
it.
showing it to me.
I could get another one. I could get another, it's the plot plan.
I don't know if we have one in the building department from when they did the addition. Look up the map of the parcel.
Well, you can attempt to locate it.
You know,
I know
if I have it, I know where it is. I cleaned out my briefcase.
because we're in your shop,
Right,
yeah.
right. Okay, but, right, that's right, it shows the whole,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Alright.
because it doesn't,
we need to have that, right.
there's a lot of
You can
references
you can
made.
make- You can make copies of that, can't you?
Yeah, I'll have to have it stamped again by the architect because the land that, when it was surveyed, remember we were talking about, the land hasn't been surveyed in a year. I haven't done anything to the land since '07. The people that surveyed the land, they broke up. I'm not sure where they are now,
Yeah,
the company.
oh, okay, all
But
right.
you said if I had it stamped and signed by the architect, that could work too. And I did. I had that stamped and signed, and I showed it to you,
Mhm.
and I believe I left it there, because you got a phone call, and then I left.
Yeah.
But everything was on the table, a bench.
Well, how many,
Okay,
I got a question.
yeah, okay.
If this, what are you looking for, the plot plan? How many square feet do you have in this lot?
I have approximately 32,000,
Okay.
which is
all right,
half. It's like half.
Okay. And because when I used to be working as clerk, and before we had anybody, before the assessors were doing the lots, doing the thing, I used to go up there and I used to check out and trace those things out all for the maps. And those maps had dimensions along the sides and stated what the square footage was.
Right.
Mhm.
So you must have it, you must have that. Do you still have those maps up there? The assessor's office?
Yes, we have maps in the assessor's office, yes.
Of that, like they used to be, the big lot, the big ones? Or are they all cut down?
No, we have big maps.
Okay, the big maps, what are you looking for? The dimensions of the property?
Plot plan.
Yeah, the plot plan of the property,
Plot plan of the property,
yeah.
yes. Which will give the square footage of the lot and the length of the,
Which, won't those maps in the assessor's office do the same thing?
The health department probably has a lot.
Did Ken Ward see your plot plan? Because he rejected this on some basis, so he had to see that data somewhere.
I showed him, yeah, and
The
he
same
said...
plot plan that Don saw, so it must be on that.
I have
plot
more
plan.
copies too at home of the plot plan.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sure we have.
Oh, you do?
On the file.
Okay.
There,
I
yeah.
think there, yeah.
Well, these are just basically, this here, is basically just what I copied.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then this is just showing the outside, the upstairs, you know,
Okay.
but I don't have the plot plan with me.
Okay.
But, yeah, Ken Ward, he told me right off the bat, because I don't have 65,000 square feet.
Right,
Um,
so it must show it on that plot
Okay,
plan. So
that's what
okay.
he's saying.
You know, the question I have as well, or one question I have, is Ron has applied under 6.3.1.3, which is for an accessory in-law apartment.
No, it's
No,
a
no,
two-family.
Multiple family.
No, it isn't.
No, wait a minute.
Oh,
It's under conversion.
Uh,
That's under conversion.
Is he,
Conversion
that,
of
what I wanna know
existing-
is, are we converting
conversion
to a
of
two-family?
existing
Yes.
building.
Okay.
Yes.
Not an in-law.
Right,
No.
he's converting to a two-family.
That's what I believe to be the case.
Accessory in-law apartment is 6.6.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6.6.
It's on page
six,
40.
page 40.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. All right, good. then
But
I
this is
stand
the
corrected.
conversion of the existing buildings that he gave.
Okay.
All right. One of the letters that we have that is here in this packet that Lisa has put together is from the Health Department. And it says the application for 58 Pleasant Street has been reviewed. The proposal does not impact the septic system at this property. The Board of Health does not have any comments. Please contact the Board of Health with any questions. So, he's not adding any more bedrooms, right?
Right.
So his septic system is adequate for what he wants to do.
I did get permits for conservation and to historic. They both agreed and they okayed it.
Okay.
Where, are these plans, Ron, here, the plans that were used when you did this in 91?
No, these plans
This is
are
dated
March, I believe?
March of last year.
Yes.
So, I'm unclear how this document, because I don't see anything here that says proposed or changed different, so I'm unclear how these relate to this.
Okay,
So
well,
what is it, because I don't know what, I understand what you want to do, but I don't see where it's going to be.
This here is the septic plan, right?
right,
That's what this map is, showing where the septic plan is, which is the house.
Okay, that's fine. We don't really have enough information here to us, because we don't have any details about you want to convert this into a two-family, it's a single-family residence now, correct?
yes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, somewhere in this structure, you're creating two units,
Yes.
okay? None of that information is here. So how do we know, I don't know how, because we have criteria as to size and scope that we're gonna have to meet. We don't have any of that information here. It also looks to me, so that's one question I have is, so where is that gonna be? Number one. Number two, it does appear from this prior decision, decision 92-1, that you did in fact state that the corner of the garage, the rear corner of the garage, which appears to be, there's been no change to the physical structure since this image, right?
Mhm.
You do note that it will be 13.5 feet from the side lot, and the front corner will be 16.5. So that confirms a guesstimate that this one is okay within the setback. This one is within the setback, and anything else he does on it encroaches further into the setback. But it looks like you allowed is this the garage area?
Yes, it is.
So that's what was built back then?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
That you allowed that, although you didn't specifically issue a permit indicating that you were allowing that encroachment. You just noted it. So I don't know whether or not we need to, in our review now, say, is this, you know, grandfathered? Is it because you mentioned it here, but you didn't issue a special permit? Or does the fact that he was allowed to build back then grant him protection under that encroachment? Because this clearly encroaches. Whether he puts this step on here or not, that's just a further encroachment. So that's another question I have. Does this allow him to go forward and us not worry about it? So we can point to this guy.
I mean, this is already built, so to what we allowed.
You allowed him to
We
build
allowed
it.
We allowed it to be 13 and a half feet or whatever it is from the sidewalk line.
That's what it looks like that's what he wanted to do, and you said, go ahead and build.
Yeah, here it is.
And that's what, so
No map
is
with
this,
it.
do we need to be concerned about? Probably not, right? I mean, we just have to give
Oh,
him,
this is it here, right?
we could give him a print if we want
Well,
to.
that's.
This is 4 feet?
No,
That's the garage.
And the other thing,
that
the other
didn't come
the other
in with
thing
the,
is, you know,
This was the
walkways
existing
and
plan,
so
that's
forth
what he
and whatnot,
copied,
and that's
yeah.
what it is, that's a walkway.
Yeah.
That can be
This
built
is
as,
the
Yeah,
existing.
okay.
There is a walkway there now.
right, and
no, where's that here?
whether you wanna say that the steps are a walkway or whatnot,
Yes.
because it's a structure that's gonna be,
Well, this, yeah, is this going up to the second story too?
Yeah,
yeah,
there's.
that's what goes up to the second story.
So this is access into the new
Right.
separate unit?
Yeah, it's,
That's one of the,
Yeah, there's another access somewhere else.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's,
it shows you on the,
it shows on the other plan.
which is actually a side door.
This,
Yeah, this is a view.
Right here.
There's a second unit gonna be
And then
above the
this is a
garage?
stairway inside the garage going up to the
No,
second
the
floor.
first,
yeah,
that's what the
And
first
then
decision
this is the
allowed,
second
The
egress
bedroom.
out here.
was it
That's what
allowed a bedroom.
this
Now,
is
she
what
wants to put the
you drew
apartment.
here.
That's
He wants
that
to-
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Up there.
And he wants to use the basement as.
Only
part.
because this is technically a structure. I mean, even if there's a walkway,
No, the-
is there stones or pavement or
Wants to
something in there
use the
now?
garage as part
Okay.
of the-
You know, that's not a structure. I don't know. This is a structure, so I think to protect him, we should make note of it.
Yep.
Just,
Yes.
he's
You
taking.
know, I'd rather
the upstairs is
give
already
him,
built. It was
in
to give him one
in
more
this
bedroom.
decision,
And it
some
gave the,
specificity as to
it
that,
gave the
so it'll
tie
pass
in,
through.
and he tied in the original
Uh,
house.
Okay, what he's referring to is give us some dimensions of what the apartment is gonna be. I'm assuming from what you
The
told me.
layout of the apartment,
That's gonna
Mhm.
how you
be,
gonna lay it out?
it's gonna be downstairs and upstairs.
Well,
I mean, you're going into, you've got a stairway going out of the garage, and you've got an entranceway going into the garage.
mhm,
So that's part of their living area, like, correct?
right.
And the
So you
stairway
know-
goes up to the bedroom.
You won't have a garage,
I'll still have a bay, technically 1.5 bays.
yeah.
Maybe this will,
So what's the other one, gonna be like the entrance going up?
okay, so this one here,
This will go upstairs, but I don't know what this
The
one
garage?
goes to.
downstairs, this is the side entrance. So this will be blocked off from my garage. So they'll have storage and a set of stairs going up to
It
the
doesn't say
front.
it's going in
Oh,
here.
okay.
That's what it's gonna do.
Here's the
It
stairs
doesn't go
here,
in here,
Yeah.
it just starts right here.
and then the stairs come up, and this
There's
is
a
the
door
second
going to
story.
it.
Okay, so you've got the plans here.
Yeah, I just don't have them on that.
Well, that's okay, but at least if we have some notion of what they are.
And the other one is the second egress coming out, and that's what goes from upstairs. The deck upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is
Well, no, this is upstairs, and he's gonna have He's gonna
Stairs
have
coming in from the side
living
door.
quarters
Mhm.
downstairs.
Walk up the
Yes, he
stairs
is.
He's gonna have a stairway and a little
up
storage.
into
No.
the second story, which is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then these stairs here
Mm-hmm.
will come up into, which will be the living room,
Mm-hmm.
and this will be the bedroom. And then this area is all like kitchen, dining room. It's kind of cut, but
Yeah.
it's here, from here over.
I don't believe it.
And the bathroom's here. You can see the bathroom.
Do you have the square footage of it?
It's, 730,
130 square feet.
thought it was more, but I just read that.
Yeah, because this is,
That include this area here?
I don't think so. I think it's just upstairs. Yeah, I wouldn't think, no, I don't. This is approximately 12 and a half by 8 and a half,
if this, these are internal stairs here.
by 8 maybe, 12 and a half by 8.
Oh, no,
No, that's all,
oh, jeez.
that ain't stairway.
No, it shows it here, it refers to,
He's gonna put them in.
No,
Okay, he's showing, you. He's got it here. He's got it
it's on the
up.
back side.
Look what I see. Yeah.
What's that?
This here is the entrance from the side of the garage. Come in here, up the stairs, around, come out here. These are the stairs coming up, these stairs here. This is a bedroom, living room, bathroom, kitchen area.
Mhm.
Now, where's the main house?
Oh,
Why
the
is it
main
different?
house is upstairs. This will be my storage area, and this is the stairs going down into the kitchen area. So from here over, there's 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, my bathroom,
Upstairs.
upstairs. And then downstairs is all downstairs.
Now, is it, for this apartment, is one of the garages gonna be used as,
Yes, yeah. If
He's,
you're looking at the house from the streets to the left,
he's,
the left
yeah,
bedroom.
he's leaving both garage doors, so it looks like it's a 2-car garage.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just like the house
yeah,
has always looked.
Yeah.
Since he built it. And he's gonna have one garage in this area here,
downstairs?
downstairs.
In the garage, yeah.
So that for this apartment, nothing is downstairs,
Other than an
Other
entryway
than-
with storage.
other than the entryway?
Other than the entryway.
Okay,
Mhm.
And that's storage for
yeah,
whoever lives there.
yeah. Now, is the upstairs the same size as it is now?
Yes, yeah.
And you-
This was one big bedroom,
Yeah, one big bedroom,
so I'm
as I
cutting
thought.
that in half and making it a living room and a bedroom. So you'll have a set of stairs
New
coming up.
bedroom.
And this is the front of the house here. This will be the bedroom here with a set of stairs, and then this will be the living room with a deck and a set of stairs coming out.
He can
Okay,
have his own kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen area is here.
Yeah.
It's exact, but this will be the kitchen, the sink, counter space, dining table here.
now, this is the second floor?
Yep.
Now, where is your existing house? Is your existing house underneath this?
Well, the garage is under this. This is the second story, and right now it's just a big bedroom with a bathroom, and then there's a family room, and then the stairs, and there's 2 bathrooms up there. So right now it's just a big bedroom, and a family room.
So, well, isn't this an entrance into the house from here?
Well, that would be downstairs.
Downstairs?
Mhm.
Okay.
Like
So
here.
your house actually is from here over.
Yes, yeah, and the garage is,
Oh, from
And you're
the,
cutting this out of your house
Right.
to give them a kitchen,
yes,
okay,
upstairs, yeah.
upstairs.
Mhm. It's a busy print.
Yeah.
it
Lot better
certainly
than-
is.
Yeah.
Too much covered in one,
Mhm.
except
So
for,
everything's gonna be in the same footprint, except the
Yes,
stairwell.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
all.
I don't, yeah, I don't
The
have.
only
I'm
thing
not
that's,
gonna have a change looking at the house or anything,
yeah,
so.
just that set of
Yeah.
stairs,
And that set of stairs could go to that shed if you had to, right?
yeah.
If that stairs went straight to the shed instead of taking a left and coming
If I had
out.
the set of stairs here, starting here instead of wrapping around, I would probably contact my, the architect, just to give me elevations and stuff, see where the door actually ends up, because there's a pair of double windows. Those windows would come out and that would be where the door would be.
Oh, okay,
That would- It just lined up. But if I can't do that, then,
yeah. Instead of coming out and going left and coming around, you could go straight down.
yeah.
Who is,
Or the
is
back.
this
This'll be a
Mr.
rental.
Bacchus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they, you know, where are they on this whole thing?
I just talked to him the other day, because,
Are they pretty, because that's
Yeah.
really the person who's gonna be
Yeah.
impacted by this, over here, this
And what'd they
structure.
say?
no,
34 feet
nothing.
away.
They don't have a problem?
They're comfortable.
Not
Yeah.
here?
He just said, yeah, he goes, he told me the other day, he goes, oh, I saw, I got my mail, and your project is in the mail. He goes, no problems. So,
Is this treed? What is that? Is that
It's
clear?
actually,
Treed? What do you got in there?
intermittent stream. It's like it dries up.
Oh, I see, okay.
There's a
Is
little-
it a brook? I mean, is it like this? Is it like,
Yeah, it's.
It's a drainage
yeah.
ditch.
is it feeder from across the street or something?
Yeah, there's a pond across the street where the whites used to live.
Right, there's a pond across the street,
Mhm.
okay, and it goes under the road and drains back and goes down to the brook,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
only
but right now,
across
there's
the,
maybe about that much water in there.
Yeah.
that's in Cressy's, the pond is in Cressy's.
But technically back at Timmy and Pauline White's house where they used to live there.
Oh, yeah,
But it's in back of their house,
back, yeah.
yeah, which is abutting to Crescent's.
I don't even have a problem the more I look at this with the stairs. I
No.
think we could, I mean, I think because we've got a prior decision that approves the structure,
Yeah,
that gives us the grounds to, grant a permit, because that's the only thing that's
So your
sufficient
nine-
in the footprint.
you mean
I don't care
Nothing's
what
gonna
you do
change.
inside.
Right.
Right.
Nine
Up to you,
foot,
Ken.
9 foot is no problem, I wouldn't say it's any problem.
No, well, particularly if the
9.5
neighbor's not
foot.
a gross, it's,
Well,
you know,
it's
it's,
planned about it.
he's
No.
within it, and, I don't know why you need to spend more money to redesign
Right,
the
yeah.
stairs.
No.
I mean, the most thing I might ask you to do, is to put a couple shrubs here that might grow up as a shield for your neighbor, but beyond that.
Yeah, there is vegetation, and Brent already said it just stays the way it is. He didn't say anything about planting anything there. He told me why, I'll be contacting him when I build, for barriers and stuff like that.
Now,
Yeah.
question, Ron, what does this dotted line that loops back and forth represent?
I think that it's a wetland, it's like back and
Wetland
forth.
worker, yeah.
Yeah,
Wetland, yeah.
Oh, before your
Vegetated
time, it
wetland.
could have been a railroad track.
Yeah, that's what I think this is part of.
Ah, jeez.
Have you got, this drive, the other thing we need to make sure is you have a parking spot for each
Oh, yeah.
space.
Yeah.
We're good.
They would
No,
have this.
but if that-
Yeah.
You have this area.
Just
No, it can't be.
So
that,
their
because this guy would never
egress
been
is
able
to drive
build
in
here.
Mm-hmm,
and walk around and go up
Why
here.
not?
yes.
And that's how
in
they'll,
those days.
there's a door here,
Or they could go in the door here.
Yeah.
There's a door here.
they take stairs right
I don't
up
know.
here, it's the tent.
See, actually, he's got that corner cut.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
right.
That
The
was
door goes in and up the stairs.
It's a very, very,
Yeah, it's simple.
he's, He saved paper. He saved paper by dumping everything all together.
You know, it's funny, I think I made a whole bunch of these copies right at the very beginning, right when I, and then said something about go with this side, so I had everything shrunk. So,
Yeah, but you know what you wanted to do.
Oh, you know the alternative.
Yeah, we gotta vote on
so
it.
this
No,
doorway,
because
it's
it's
gonna
going
be blocked
gonna
off,
be
but from the
continued.
street, it'll still
This is
look like
gonna
a
be,
garage door.
the
But it's not,
everything
in
is
fact,
gonna-
this is the detail
but
of
it's
that
being
that wall.
continued to next month.
The architect said you can't make that
Because
solid
he
wall
wants,
and
he
have
wants
one garage
5
door.
members to make the
They had to look
decision.
like two garage doors.
Oh,
But
you
it'll
mean
be a-
cosmetically, he wants it to
Cosmetic.
look like, but this is gonna be more a sealed exterior
Exactly,
wall.
yeah, and it's gonna be insulated and all that.
It's either that or that guy.
Well, that's fine, I mean, you know, under 6313, you know, if we're comfortable with this, you know, what actually we're doing in here, because I had no idea we were in. We don't have square footage requirements, the property's not, the only issue is the only issue is is granting the permit on an undersized lot. That's the only issue.
We don't have.
That I
it,
see.
yeah. We need a
But the rest of the there's no other requirements. It's really quite loose, under 631. If you look at all the conditions,
661. Okay, Board of Health has approved this system, you put it in writing. And no more than 25% of the lot is covered by structures.
No.
There's at least one off-street parking space for each bedroom, efficiency apartment contained in the structure.
yeah.
There's provision for screening, good fencing, and landscaping, both
I
sides,
don't know
storage
already.
areas.
How would you like that?
The building is served by municipal water,
How do you do it?
minimum floor area. Structure, the structure being converted shall contain at least 1,100 square
I got
feet.
so damn much paper here.
And no unit shall have a floor area
Oh, yeah,
less
that's
than
the area.
350
I
square
think I
feet,
got that.
plus 100 square feet for each
Don't
bedroom.
you?
Millie
One.
wanted a copy. I think she called.
No, he's fine.
Shit.
So he's fine.
He's fine. I don't see any issues.
Okay.
I think I had
I
that.
think if we get that stuff, we get plot plans showing the square footage of the lot.
Yep.
So we have that.
Yeah, I got them.
Next month, we can probably
That's
approve
yours,
it.
right?
You think? I move that we continue the hearing to next month.
I'll second that.
All those in
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
See you next month,
Okay.
get it done.
Okay, very good, all right, thank you.
Okay?
So the plot plan, I'll get that to you.
Yeah, and I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah,
Yeah, just be in touch with him.
I normally would, but I don't know why I asked you to leave it. But maybe I did.
okay, no
I'm getting
problem.
up there, and I forget.
You and I both.
Okay,
All right.
All right, thank you.
okay. Mr. Linehan. Sorry to...
It's all right.
What do we got?
Hi,
I don't know.
how are ya?
Good.
Good.
Mr. Linehan called me and wanted to come in and talk to us about his property at 244 Hazel Street. That's where
Midway.
Midway contractors work.
Are you next door to him?
They have.
Where's that?
I own the property.
Anyway.
Oh, you own the
Right,
property.
right.
And,
Midway, where Midway is?
Where they
Where
used to
they
be.
were, right.
Where they, yeah, they're
They
gone.
moved up to Seabrook, New Hampshire.
Is
Okay,
that where you live?
Yeah,
that's why there's no activity there
Right.
and
right.
the bins are empty.
Right, right,
Okay.
right.
I know, how long ago did they move out?
September of, it'll almost, over a year,
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Well, what has happened, the town or the fire department is interested in purchasing the property. So, about last year, you had to submit a bid. I submitted a bid, and somebody down by the Pancake House submitted a bid. And they rejected the bid because there wasn't a 21E done on their properties. So, Bob Snow contacted me probably a month ago, and they're still interested in the property to build, you know, for a new fire department. There's a lot of contingencies. I was with Bob the other day. They've received a grant so they can do a 21E on the property. I guess the state's got some money out there. So I told them, you know, they can go ahead and do the 21E. I mean, when I bought the property, I never did a 21E. I bought
What's a
it
21E?
on, that's when they test the soil.
Soil.
Hazardous waste.
Right, right.
Okay,
There's a new name for it now, but
yeah,
that's what it
probably,
used to be.
something you don't recognize.
Yeah, right. So they're gonna do that in the next couple of weeks. And like he said, then if the samples come up and everything's okay, they're gonna try to get it before the spring
Town meeting.
town
Town
meeting
meeting, yeah.
and see what happens, whether the taxpayers, you know, approve it or not. But they were saying that if they could get it, they'd rip down the building and they'll build a new Morton building. So that's, you know, I told them, you know, I'd kind of wait to see, we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, I don't want to let the, I guess you get 2 years.
You don't want
Right.
it, you don't want it to get up to 2 years.
Yeah,
and-
right, right. I have had a lot of opportunities. I've had a lot of people, there was a staging company in Boston. They contacted me, they wanted to lease the building for 5 years, and, because in the wintertime, they have so much extra staging because of the construction. They were looking that they could store the, you know, the staging on their property. So I told them, I said, it wouldn't be fair to, you know, put them through the process, and then, you know, and then the town decides to buy the property. So in the meantime, what I was thinking, and Bob Snow had suggested is, you know, I'll probably, and that's why I came here today, I have a small construction company, me and my son. I have 2 backhoes, 1 excavator, and a triaxle. So apply for a permit to keep it there, and see what happens if the, you know, if it passes and the town approves it, you know, to buy it for, you know, the fire department. And if they don't, you know, like I say, it's a pretty big piece of property. For most of the time we're gone, one of my friends has 75 crews for the gas company in Boston. So most of the time it's the backhoe and the truck. We go out every day, well, 9 months out of the year. We've been in the Andover area, and we work with them, you know, digging gas lines or underground electric. Most of the time the backhoe stays on the job, and you know, and if it's safe enough, we leave the truck and go back and forth in the pickup truck.
Yeah.
But you do, you know, in the wintertime, you do need a place to keep stuff, or rainy days and stuff like that too. So I don't, as of right now, I was gonna apply for the permit to house, you know, my small business there and see what happens, you know. It'll probably, we should know within a year whether it's gonna happen, that the town's gonna buy it or not.
Mhm.
And then if somebody good comes along and wants to lease the building off me, you know, like I told everybody, it would have to be a 5-year lease to, if I'm gonna lease it out to somebody.
Mhm.
But that's basically it.
All right, so what you do is basically the same way what Midway does.
Right, except what Midway does is work directly for the gas company. They provide, you know, the men, they have the insurance. What I do is I provide equipment and operators to the the major guys who have the contract for the gas company. The company I work for is called Feeney Brothers. They're out of Dorchester and Boston. And they work Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New York, and Maine. And it's just the 2 of us.
You're just gonna do the same thing but a lower key.
Right.
Which is actually better, and that just keeps it going. I don't
Right.
see why there would be a big deal there.
Right.
Be a lot less.
Most of the time, like I say, it's, you know, see, I don't know whether if I want to try to keep one guy at the yard See, it really isn't profitable to keep one guy there just for like because bark mulch is only in the springtime.
You don't even have to do that.
Right.
You just wanna park it.
Right,
Yeah, you just want to
I wouldn't worry about any of that stuff.
right.
You know, I would, if I may, and I think I should,
It's almost like a continuation of what's
Right.
there
well,
on
I
a
was
very
gonna
low
say,
key.
much of
that's
what
gonna
you're
keep you
asking to
going,
do
yeah.
is covered in a decision we wrote in the conditions we put on the property originally, which allowed for far more than what you're
Right.
asking. I think, I sit on the fire station committee.
Oh, do you? Oh.
And there was, exactly as Bill indicated, there was a substantial amount of review over a wide range of potential town-owned properties that might be suitable. We found almost none. Bill's property is an attractive property for a lot of reasons, but the 21E issue is a scary one,
Right,
particularly for a town that doesn't have a lot of money in the first place right now. And secondly, we'll have to borrow funds to purchase the property and then build on the property. However, it meets a lot of other nice criteria because of the size of the lot. As you know, we all walked it. Remember when we
Yeah,
did it?
yeah. I know.
It's a great property for what Chief Broderick indicates would be an ideal kind of environment for a new fire complex to exist on. That needs to occur. We did have an issue that thwarted the bid process.
The whole thing would just be for the fire department? Would be a combination?
Wouldn't be a
police and fire?
combination. The issue comes down to, in terms of proposing a combined structure, we all know that was defeated a couple of times. The cost escalates dramatically when you try to put in the needs of both the police and the fire in a single structure. We went out, we looked at other firehouses, we looked at other groups that built, combined, built single. And here's a case where instead of having a property that the town owns and we can simply develop, there's an acquisition cost here. And even so, that's gonna add on to it, and then the structure, just for the police station, just for the fire station alone, adds a fairly substantial number. And when you convert those number back into per household, you don't want to bump too high on asking people today, look what the governor did last night. I'm gonna take money out of your left-hand pocket, I'm gonna try to give it back to you in your right. That's only if you spend money. If you don't spend any money, you're not saving anything. But I'm taking it from you anyhow.
Right.
It's not an easy sell. We are gonna have to approach the town with one buy, and then we don't have any money to build anything.
Right.
So we're gonna have to turn around and buy more. So all I can say is that it was the most suitable property the committee found in 15 months of review. And it got thwarted because when we ran into the absence of the 21E, we wanted to put this in front of last April's town hearing, so we rushed to do, and the bid process was back in January,
Right.
early February. And then when that popped up, it can be a hornet's nest
Right.
from a cost point of view. And we couldn't advise the town to go buy a property and then be faced with $250,000 to clean it up. It's like, was no one paying attention? So I wasn't aware of this. So this is a positive, as far as I'm concerned, a positive opportunity to review it.
And I wasn't aware of the 21E. I even had, an engineer look over the bid proposal package. And like I said to people, when I submitted a bid, of course, like anything, you submit a bid, you don't know if you're gonna get it.
Right.
So like I said to him afterwards, I says, why would I spend money on a 21E if I wasn't gonna be the successful bidder?
No.
That's the reason, they didn't even pick it up in the bid package. But I did tell Bob the other day that if it helped him, I own the building outright. I'd work out a deal where they could pay me so much money a year, but we gotta get through that first step on, make sure that,
Right, now evidently there are some funds available.
Right.
Which will enable all of us, interested parties,
right,
to come to some assessment as to, are there gonna be extra costs, and what are they?
right.
And then those kinds of negotiations become into.
Right.
There's a variety of subjects here which, you know, that have to be looked at.
And that's why I said to
So,
Don, it may be a long, you know, maybe a year process to,
it could, we spent 15 months and all we did is look.
Conservation money come into that?
We looked at a lot of different ways to try to tie in CPA money or try to find other grant money, if you could put multiple uses in it. For instance, the Byfield structure that was built, they've got a large internal open room in there that's open to the town.
Right.
When you start to do things like that in a structure, you now begin to have more of a multi-purpose facility, and you open yourself up for potential
More grants, yeah.
grants and
Right.
money for those kinds of things. But that's, you know, a to be determined. We don't, you know, we were, the committee's feeling at that point was simply, see if we can identify a property. If we can identify a property, interest rates are very favorable, let's secure a property. So happened that because I knew that we had gone through what we did for Midway, and then Midway went through its growth, and it made better sense for them to leave, and Bill had the property, and then there was conversations while we were looking, is there a potential here? I'm far more fearful of this 5-year lease structure, because you're talking about a party who is a big party, probably would park more than 3 or 4 vehicles there. And you guys remember the whole issue the last time around was too many vehicles, too much noise, too much access, too much stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's not regular vehicles.
Right. I mean, we're talking, you know, and then that was.
Diesels and things.
Right, exactly. So I would think candidly that we would want to look very closely at that, because it created some issues back then.
right,
So if you came to us with a proposal that said, well, the town doesn't want to do it, can't do it, whatever, but I've got a party that wants to lease it, but we want to put 50 trucks
yeah, right.
on average a
No,
night.
the staging company, actually, they are out of Cambridge. They were basically looking to, you know, storage outside,
Stack it up.
maybe 1 or 2 guys working there, you know how they
Oh, okay.
strap it,
Painting on the
yeah,
wall.
right, that's, but like I told her, I says, it wouldn't be fair to me to lease it to her and then, you know, and then try to sell it to the town, you know, so I told her, I says that right now,
I think we would be subject to that lease. I know
Right.
the town would buy it. You
Right,
know, if you gave it to
right,
somebody
right.
else.
so I told Bob, I mean, you know, with the 21, he's scheduled for a couple weeks, and then see what that is.
That's
And,
terrific.
yeah, we should have a better note, but in the meantime, I mean, I can still, I'll use it, you know, for myself. Hopefully, it works out good for the town, because it would be a good spot for the fire department.
Oh, yeah.
And if I do, believe it or
believe
not,
that.
I love that piece of property. I mean, when I started the business, I started it with a wheelbarrow and a pickup truck.
Yeah,
You know, it's 19 years old.
yeah,
Now I'm 58,
yeah.
and, you know, that was a big part of my,
Just a young fella.
yeah, yeah.
No, I think, well, I
Right, exactly.
I
But
think
goes by quick.
I think that,
I mean, now you're just a young
Right.
fella. Compared to me.
Right.
So,
so, you know,
see any
I mean, yeah,
problem.
well, no, I don't see any problem with what.
you need any.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But what do we do? So it's still gonna be occupied,
it's.
so it's not abandoned.
Okay,
Mhm.
yes, but it's a new
Different
business.
use?
It's a new business, right?
Well,
Yeah,
technically, it would be New Way is,
Company.
you know, when I sold Midway Land Contractors,
You sold it to that young Bill.
right,
didn't you?
Bob Ring,
Right,
right, Bob Ring, he worked for me.
right.
He formed Midway Utilities.
Mhm.
Midway Land Contractors, the FI number was switched to New Way Construction Corporation, but I think the last meeting was granted to Midway Utilities, which would be, you know, the Bob Ring.
mhm.
So, the building's owned by Corey Realty. That's,
Corey Realty Trust,
Right.
that's who we dealt with.
right,
It was
that's
all-
right, that's,
That's you.
right,
Yeah.
right. But to answer your question, it would be, yeah, I'd say a new business.
It would be a new business, so what you need to do is you need to apply to the zoning board to establish a new business there. because it is a non-conforming use.
Mhm.
But, and
But it's not really a change of use.
there's really no change of use.
Same use, just different owner.
Right, yes, but
Right.
he's gotta do the paperwork too,
Well, yeah,
to establish that,
and to be, and,
because it, right now it's been abandoned for
A year.
a
Yeah.
year, so he
Yeah.
really needs to get that taken care of.
Right.
right. Yeah, I was gonna say, you were very candid and worked with the board the last time the whole issue came up. I think, we would, if that's fine, but we would, in order to protect the board, I think, we would want to make sure that while the use looks the same, we would take the parameters that you're giving us.
Right.
So that if the town doesn't buy the property and another buyer surfaces,
If
we-
we redo the
it
application.
would force them to come back to us if they're
Right.
gonna do more than what you're doing.
Right.
Okay,
Right, right, right,
that's fine.
yeah,
I think that would work fine.
yeah.
I hope the 2020 works, because I'd love to have the committee go back and do that vote on the
That's
fish.
an ideal spot.
Oh, it is,
I think it would be a nice,
it's central,
Centrally located,
Right.
and it's easy access.
right.
it's excellent access for the trucks.
Right.
There's training capability in the rear. There's a lot of, those of us on the committee that
That must
endorse
be
the whole
yours.
concept believe it's the best.
Because I
site.
go,
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's
Nobody
yours.
wanted that, she
but we're just a
called me.
committee.
Right.
Nobody wanted
Now,
it.
do I have to, do the certified letters? What would be my next step when you, or do I just come to the next meeting?
That's what you said.
I don't know, do you have applications?
No, no,
No, there's,
do you have access to a website? I'm sorry, Tom.
Do you have an email address you could give her?
I don't, my wife does, but
That's
I
fine,
don't
as
know.
long as you
Yeah,
can.
right. But I could pick it up, first of the week.
you can get an application for the zoning board, through the town website.
Oh, through the town website?
There's one there.
Oh, okay.
If somebody can get online,
Okay.
go into the zoning
Okay.
department, and it says PDF, it's a PDF, you can download it, everything is right there.
Okay.
All directions, everything.
Okay.
All the instructions and everything else.
Okay.
And Lisa is our admin assistant, so
Okay.
if you call, you'll end up talking.
Right, I think I
That's
talked to
yours.
you the other day.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
yes.
You can have it.
So get an application,
Right.
fill it out,
Fill it out.
submit it,
Get it into her.
get it back to Lisa.
Yeah,
And
we'll
then-
get you in here and
Okay.
go through the same process again.
Okay.
Probably, well, if you can get it in,
What now? If you get in by the end of the month, we can probably get you,
Right.
well, tight now, it's the 17th. You have to get in by next week. I don't know how critical it is. I mean, if you've got another 30 days.
Right,
What is this, January?
No, there's no hurry anyway.
Right.
No, well, it's up to you.
Right.
It's your
I
schedule.
would say March.
right.
March,
We
yeah.
don't usually get
Get it.
going until, middle of March anyways again, so. I mean, because, we own the hockey
Yeah.
rink up in Exeter, so that keeps us busy,
See, that one,
all the
that
time.
way.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, if you
Now,
could
on
get
the
it to
other
us within
side-
30 days completed, then we'll be able to
General
easily get it on
bylaws for
Okay.
town.
the agenda.
Well, I'll do that.
Tom
I'll put it
wants to
down
put that
later,
together
or
for
I'll
me.
call you next week and,
Yeah, worst case, she could mail you one.
yeah,
On this side is
okay, all right.
general
Good.
bylaws.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, bye-bye. Good to see you.
Good to see
It's
you.
gonna be like this one, we're gonna stand up and shake
See
it.
you later.
Okay, guys, do you have anything else tonight? Lisa, do you have anything for us that we don't know about?
No, but I do have something for you to sign.
Oh, good. Oh, something for me to sign?
I wanna make a
It's a bill.
motion.
It's
It's
a
a
check.
It's a bill.
This way here, I'll have you sign it now, and I'll take it in Tuesday morning before I come.
The town comment.
How much we pay for Ed?
Oh,
Two
they are
days.
so reasonable.
$58.
Oh my goodness.
How much?
$58.
It's very
We were paying over $100 at the Newburyport.
Oh, yeah.
A day.
Some of the boards still do
Okay.
Newburyport.
Yeah.
No.
Talk about saving money. Do we wanna make a motion to adjourn?
Yeah.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded.
Second?
Okay, motion made, second, all in favor of adjournment, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, we're adjourned.